I'd like to welcome everybody to the Glassboro Zoning Board of Adjustments regular business meeting, November 18, 2021. Terry, can you please read the opening statement?
Pursuant to the Open Publics Meeting Act, I hereby announce that adequate notice of this meeting, as required by said act, has been provided by adopting a schedule of regular monthly meetings for the year 2021, which schedule was posted on the Borough Hall Bulletin Board, mailed to the South Jersey newspapers, and filed with the Borough Clerk.
All right, salute to the flag.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ellis.
here.
Mr. Noonan.
Here.
Ms. Camiola.
Here.
Mr. Harvey.
Present.
Mr. Jimenez is excused. Mr. Santor.
Here.
Mr. Smith.
Here.
Mr. Melchiori is excused. Mr. Perna.
Here.
Mr. Cossadu.
Here.
And Ms. Adamson.
Here.
Okay, Mr. Alice, could you swear in our professional?
Well, thank you. I ask each of you to raise your right hand. Do each of you swear a firm testimony you're about to give is true and correct to the best of your knowledge, information, and belief?
Yes.
That was 2 yeses, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Everybody has the minutes in front of them. Anybody have any questions or comments? Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So be it. All right, everybody has the list of the bills that need to be paid. Are there any questions?
Move we pay the bills?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Incoming, outgoing correspondence, do we have anything?
We do not.
Great. Anybody from the public that's not here for what's on the agenda? Nope. Okay. The application we have in front of us is ZB 21-05, Gregory Bonfiglio, 26 Derby Drive. You're looking for a bulk variance to allow 12 by 24 shed, which is over the maximum size of 160 square feet.
Good evening.
Well, good evening. And before you get rolling, if you'd raise your right hand, I ask you to swear a firm testimony you're about to give is true and correct to the best of your knowledge, information, and belief.
Yes.
And you're Mr. Bonfiglio?
Yes.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Please, tell us why you're here.
I am here to upgrade my shed that has been falling apart since I bought the property in 2014, well, 2015 is when I bought the property. The shed is got ants all over it. It's falling apart. The floor is caved in. I want to do it the right way, not the quick and let's just plop something here way. I do have pictures of what I plan on putting up, as well as pictures of the shed and some stakes to show that the distance between the 3 foot, which I now have been told that I have to have 10 foot between it, so that's just going to mean I'm going to have to either increase my fence or put it in a different way.
So let's try to stay on message,
Okay.
okay? Just kind of walk through it.
Okay.
So you said you got some photos.
Yes,
So how many photos do you have?
I have,
Understanding that it's just a shed.
yes, 2 photos of my shed, and then 3 other pictures of just what the sheds look like, where I'm getting it from, and the color.
Are you saying 3 and 3? You got 6 photos?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, 5 photos. 3.
5 photos.
3 and 2. Yes.
Three depict the shed and 2 the property, or you?
To the property.
Okay.
Yes.
So collectively, I'll just mark that as applicant when you gotta hand them up.
No, over here.
Well, you got them
He's
for,
got one of each.
for
every-
I'm the
for-
one that's
Oh.
gonna mark it, so.
Okay.
No,
Oh, you
what,
have one for everybody?
I have one for
Never mind.
everyone.
you
I
want
thought
the
you were
shed, I
getting
can
the
tell.
only copy.
Mr. Ellis, what are you marking it as?
I'm gonna mark it just Bonfiglio 1, and that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
This
photos.
is, the one on the front's the current?
Yes, that's the current.
Would you like one?
Who's probably cute in it today?
One for yourself. Okay.
Oh, wow. Do you know which one of these three you're
Yes, ma'am.
really looking at?
So if it's gonna be a barn style, so it's going to look like this.
Like that one down
This
there?
type of style, but it's gonna have the door in the middle and the garage door in the front of this one. So it is just a shed, but it's just so
So
I can
it's-
get a
so
lawnmower in and out of it.
That one down there?
Yes.
Yeah. Cute.
So the first two photos of a white shed with the two doors is the existing shed that is falling apart according to your testimony, right?
Yes.
Okay. Take it away, we've got the
Okay.
photos now, thank you.
If you can see on the first page, the yellow stakes, that is showing the 12-foot distance from stake to stake, as well as the 3 foot from the back of the fence, starting to the top would be 24 foot. So this would be the outline of what the 24 foot would look like. And then on the second page, you can see where the stakes are as well. There is another stake to the right bottom corner, if I was gonna do it the opposite direction. Seeing that I was emailed today, not knowing that there was drainage easement along the property. I know that there's a drainage in my neighbor's property. There is, I know the grate is, but I didn't know that my property ran into that as well until today. I do wanna follow everything here, that's why I'm here. I don't wanna do it the wrong way, get fined, get in trouble, have to move it. So trying to do it in ABC order and get approval to the board.
Well, and excuse me if I may, Mr. Chair, for kind of jumping in, but did you have the benefit of getting Mr. Casaboon, who's the board engineer, his review letter, which was dated today, November 18th?
I did, I have it right.
You did?
Yes,
Okay, good.
I just handed,
I just handed
yes,
it.
she just handed it.
Have you had a chance to look at it?
I have when I was sitting there, yes.
Is there anything there that you can't abide by, or you find erroneous or objectionable, or you tell me?
If I do the 10-foot forward, I would just have to either remove my fence that's in the rear, and the fence can be on any side of the property. I did print out the chapter 107, so I did come prepared for everything.
Why do you have to move the fence if you're moving the thing forward in?
The fence line, if I have to go 10 foot from the back, that's gonna push, is that what I'm getting at? It has to be 10 foot from where the end of this starts or the beginning of this starts?
I'm gonna look at, let me jump in here, I'm gonna look at the, when you originally submitted your zoning permit application, there was a sketch, plan survey you would hand sketch the
Yes.
proposed shed. Along the back property line is the easement, so I didn't know, see this line right here?
Yes.
Excuse me just a second, board, this is where the easement is, so your current shed, about half of it's in the easement.
Okay.
So would you be able to move the 24 by 12 foot shed, that you're proposing, would you be able to start that like halfway halfway in?
You gotta get it out of the easement.
Yes, yes.
All right.
I did not know it was on the easement. This is.
No. That, and
I guess
we're
it
not
only needs a
judging, you bought the house, and we're just saying, he was being like just polite and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I just wanted to be declarative, cause an easement's an easement, so you gotta get out of the easement.
Yes, I am able to move it forward. What I'm saying is the front of the house, ma'am, is I may have to move my fence that I already have in the front that goes into the back to move that up just so I get that extra distance to be able to utilize the garage. If not, I could go the opposite direction.
Got
That's
it.
all I'm saying.
Could I step in for a minute, Mr. Chairman? Sure. I want to give you an idea, if I may.
Yes, sir.
I had two huge sheds at the shore, and what I did, on advice from friends of mine in the shed company, I put solid block under each corner, solid concrete blocks under each corner, and then in the center, so I put one in the front, one in the back, and then I put a skirt around it, a webbing, the white webbing.
Yes.
And it was fabulous. I never had any kind of problem with drainage or anything like that. So, just try to give you a little idea, because it's going to really look nice, I think.
Yes, sir. We are planning on putting concrete down,
Okay,
so it sits on concrete.
good, okay.
That's why I wanna do this the right way, so I've had critters, rodents, groundhogs, rabbits, you name it, it's been living under the shed. We put blocks around it.
Well,
to
the
keep
party's
them-
over. We're gonna
Party's
cover
over.
it. Exactly.
We've had our own
So you made me do all
groundhog
that
for
talking
4
for no
years
reason.
now. I mean,
So
he's
we-
lonely. He could have you. You can bring yours over to us. Ours is lonely.
I see them coming in and out all the time, so the
Well, that's
goal
why,
is to
that's
keep.
why I did the webbing, see, when anything went under, it came out again, because it wouldn't live there because of the exposure.
Absolutely.
So,
That's, yeah.
but it's just an idea, I thought
No,
maybe.
I appreciate the
If
idea.
you have concrete, they're not going to be able to get into it.
Concrete's gonna be good,
Mhm.
yeah, you'll be.
And it's sinking right now, so that's the floor is honestly I tore it down. So this was a picture a couple days or a couple months ago, and it was to the point where it was falling down anyway. So me and my stepfather-in-law, we just decided to let's just get it out of here. So it's torn down as of right now. Be 100% honest with you. There's nothing there, and that's why I'm here to make sure that I can do what I have to do before I go any further. I just didn't. It was a.
Actually, that's
It was an
probably not a
eyesore.
bad idea because it gives you a chance to level out the ground and everything where it might have holes and discourage your farm animals.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a huge sinkhole, and again, I didn't know that it was on top of the easement, so that's probably why it was sinking to begin with.
So the shed is already down, the existing shed.
The existing shed's gone.
Cool. Thank you.
Completely torn down, and yep.
Gotcha.
Alright, Mr. Cosmo, you have a letter here, some questions to be answered.
Yeah, some of it we've touched on as a matter of discussion, but I can go through the comments quickly. Number one, I've just recited the main purpose of the request, which is to allow a 288 square foot shed where 160 square feet is the maximum allowable. That's the main purpose of the request. We've already heard the the existing shed was removed. I was gonna ask about the size of it, but based on the pictures, it's, 8 by 10 kind of a shed?
Barely. I've measured it. It was about 7 by 9.
Okay.
Usable space inside.
Okay. And how about the height of the new shed? Do you have a spec?
I understand it has to be 10 foot.
Yeah, that's
So that's the kicker right there. So I will make sure that when it's built, 'cause I have to spec it out, and I do have a drawing.
No. All you have to do is tell Mr. Cossaman, are you gonna honor the ordinance?
Yes.
In other words, keep it 10 foot or lower.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so that's the answer there. Same kind of requirement, also from the ordinance that you probably printed out, but the side yard, 3 feet from the side yard. It's supposed to be, for your purposes with the easement, you have to be 3 feet from the side yard, and then 15 feet from your rear yard, because the easement is 15 feet onto your property.
Okay.
And I would just point out to you for your information, the survey that you have does have a quarter marker. It says found rebar. That would just be a piece of metal sticking out of the ground, probably right behind your fence. You can maybe use that to help align yourself for that 3 feet and 15 feet.
Now,
Okay.
are you counting property behind the fence and in front of the fence, or is the
Yeah.
fence the fence it?
The fence is close to coincident with the property line, but not exactly. The fence sits a little bit inside of the property line, so you would be slightly less than 15 feet from your fence line.
So there's room for the 10 foot, so it's.
Yeah.
It seems like it would
Yeah.
fit, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like it would fit. It's just a matter of being mindful of where everything is out there.
Okay. I mean, the compromise would have been a 10 by 12 by 20. I mean, I can come down. I just don't want to go anything 160 square feet, because that really is not what I can utilize to put stuff in. I mean, it's a nice size, but it's not.
Well,
big enough.
is anybody on the board troubled by 288 square feet? Right, I didn't see anybody raising an eyebrow,
No.
so that's great, so there you go.
You've notified your neighbors, right?
Yes. My
The
neighbors
notice
will
is
find
out,
it.
and we took a look at the advertisement.
Okay.
And the gentleman will get his affidavit, as he's required to do, to Ms. Fanfarella. That's the affidavit you get from the newspaper. You still gotta button that piece up, even
Okay.
though we had a look at the ad, and so we wanna get you done, is the idea.
Understood. And I'll talk to her off this, or get that squared
Ms.
away.
Fanfarella will help you out, yeah.
Alright. If there's nothing else, I mean,
Okay.
Alright, are there any questions of the board? Do I have a motion?
You have to
Well,
open
you
the
got a
public.
public, sure.
Ms. Adams?
You have to,
Just a quick question, under deck on slab, what is that? That's not another shed, right? It
No,
wouldn't be
ma'am.
under a deck, so.
No, so there's a concrete slab outside my back door
Mhm.
that has, and it was built prior to my buying of the property. It's a concrete slab that has the 6x6s that are holding up the deck. So that way they're not in the ground, but it's still by code.
Okay,
As far as I know, it was by the code that it was under.
no other questions, thank you.
open it to the public?
Make a motion open to the public.
I did that.
Second. Everybody second it?
Second.
All-
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Since I don't see anybody here from the public, do I have a motion to close the public portion?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. I would make a motion that we approve the application, that it complies and meets with, Steve to make sure everything is okay.
I'll second that motion.
Roll call?
Mr. Hardy,
4.
Mr. Kerner,
4.
Mr. Santor,
4.
Mr. Smith,
4.
Ms. Camiola,
Four.
Mr. Noonan.
4.
Well, there you go, you're a natural.
Hey,
Well done.
excellent. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Just make sure you get with
Maybe
Kelly and
you
get
should
that
become a
application.
lawyer.
Yes.
Just
No.
follow, just follow up
Please
with
no.
Ms. Fanfarello on
Absolutely,
that.
yeah.
We're,
I
yeah,
will not
gotta
go
be a
anywhere.
stickler
I'll stay
about
here
that.
till after this. Is that fine? Or are you gonna come tomorrow? Or
Tomorrow or Monday?
Monday? Yeah, I work at 48, so I will not be
Perfect.
here.
Good
Ladies and
luck.
gentlemen, thank you very much.
Happy Thanksgiving, you take care.
You too, thanks. Have a good day.
I see we have no reports. We have a workshop.
No workshop?
Mr. Alice, do you have anything for us?
Mr. Chairman, I do not, thank you. Just well wishes for the holiday.
You
Any
too?
old business? Any new business?
Yeah, can we get them to open the doors a little sooner?
Weren't we supposed to hear that Burger King thing tonight?
Yeah, that got changed?
December,
Oh,
I did have them contact
Seriously,
me.
December?
So I'm actually gonna have 2 applicants in December, so if I did hear from one member already that he will not be attending, that he's gonna be away on vacation, so please let me know if there's any more, and I'll let them know the numbers I have for a quorum in case they wanna postpone it.
What's the date, Terry, December what?
December 16th
16th, okay.
is our next meeting. So if anybody has nothing else, I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thank you. Same to you, Diane.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Congratulations.
somebody's got to eat.